Third mental obstacle is thinking that you are everyone else's savior. Thinking that you are everyone else's savior. You are a minister, you are a helper, but you are not a savior. Okay, you're not a savior. Be careful about thinking that you are someone's Christ. Let me just say that again. Be careful about thinking that you are someone's Christ, or of depriving them of seeing Christ, or of appreciating their own agency. People need to know, they need to be given the opportunity to exercise their own agency. And that's how we support people. You help them only as much as they need, not more. You don't help more, right? You give them a chance. And I may have told you this, I didn't tell you this story, but you may have heard it. There was an experiment that was done with parents and children, trying to see how different parenting styles affect children as they're developing. And so they did this experiment where they had parents play a game. They taught them a game and they had the parents play the game. And then they brought the kids in, little kids, I think they were like between 4 and 6. Little kids come in and they're like, okay, kids, play the game and the parents are going to watch. Some parents are watching their kids and their kids are struggling, trying to figure it out. And some parents are like, no, stop. Don't do it that way. Don't do it this way. Don't do it that way. No. Some parents got so, involved in the kids not being able to figure it out or figuring it out that they actually took the game away from them and started solving it. Some parents did this thing which is called scaffolding, which is they affirmed what they did correctly, and then they gave them some more advice, like the next level step of advice. Like, oh, you did really well with this, now just next time do it this way, add this part. They traced these kids for many years until they got into middle school and high school. And the kids whose parents were getting involved and taking the game away from them, those kids had much bigger issues, much greater likelihood of issues with drugs. Their school performance was bad. Their mental health had many issues. Their relationship with the parents was strained. All these things. And because the parents were not giving the kids the chance to grow inside. So how do you overcome this? Remember that your calling is to minister to needs, not fulfill them. No matter how much you work and try, you're not going to fill someone's life. You're not God, right? And just like, sometimes it's tempting, we have this Western idea, it's been around for a very long time, of like being your child's hero. Be a little careful about this. Like, this is not right. Why? I'm okay if I'm one example or role model to my children, but I'm not their hero. Christ is their hero. We're all pointing to Christ. We're all pointing to Jesus, right? That's it. Like, anything good in me is coming from God. And that's who we want to point our children's lives to Christ. So only Christ can fill anyone's life. You're just a small part in someone's wellness. And only because God allows you to be. God doesn't need you. God does not need me. Right? If I wasn't here to give this talk, God's not struggling. He's not like, oh, who's going to tell them about self-care? God's not confused.